William, hopefully your favorite videographer. We are here at the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Board meeting, the agency known as DART to Dallas, Texas residents. As a service to the Dallas community, we plan to cover DART board meetings from gavel to gavel. Public comments are required to keep DART board aware of issues close to the ridership that they may not get through other resources.
Good evening. It is now 6:33 p.m. and the DART board is now in session. The first item on our agenda is the approval of minutes from November 13, 2018. If there are no changes or edits, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, please vote. Are all in favor or not in favor? Always say here. How do you feel? All right. It carries unanimously. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is our public comment period. And those of you who come down regularly, you'll be happy to know we've kind of changed our script that I read to you every time. So I'm going to read our new synopsis of our public comment announcement. General public comments will be allowed at the beginning of each DART board meeting for a total of 30 minutes. And again, at the end of the meeting, when the 30-minute period does not accommodate everyone who has signed up to speak. Individuals who have addressed the board in the last 30 days will be recognized to speak during the public comment period at the end of the meeting. Each person who wishes to address the board must complete a public comment form prior to speaking. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the board. The green light on the podium will indicate when you can begin. The yellow light indicates that you have 1 minute remaining, and the red light indicates that your time has expired. Topics discussed by the DART board must be posted on the agenda in advance of the meeting. For that reason, board members may not interact with speakers or other board members by asking questions or offering their own comments during this period. Members of the public are reminded that their behavior during DART board meetings is governed by the DART board code of conduct for citizens, news media, and visitors. Personal attacks, impertinent or slanderous remarks, and boisterous conduct will not be allowed. Our first speaker this evening is Charles May, and Mr. May is followed by Coach Norris Johnson. First of all, I have to apologize, Ms. Okay. I'm sorry, I skipped over you. If you don't mind, we'll do the public speakers and I'll come back to the CAC report. My apologies, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Okay. Mr. May?
Hi, good evening. I was just wondering, the first thing I want to start with, I was at City Place around 5 and the Escalades weren't working, and I was trying to find out, like, both of them weren't working, so, and the elevator was already gone up, so I had to go down up the stairs and coming back, both of them, they still weren't working. I took the elevator, and the last time, this is not the first time this ever happened, but the last time I went to City Place, the escalators was just like that. My legs was hurting, and it was just like, I was in pain for like 2 days already because my legs was hurting, and it's still like that. I don't know what I was trying to tell the lady at City Place what can they do about it, and she just saying they just working on it, and I was just like, a lot of people complaining about that situation. And another thing, like, the bus, I don't understand why these buses leave early, because today I had to get off the train at Spring Valley, and the 402 bus I was supposed to call, they supposed to left at 3:05, and the bus left early. The bus supposed to end up at 3. The bus left at 3:03, and it was left at 3:05, and I missed it, so I had to wait on 4:03. And it's just like, why they do it off so early, because I can't understand like why they do it, and I really, that's how people don't know if they missed the bus, because they be coming off extra 5 minutes early. And it's just like, why that, it just like made me like understand like why they do it. Then that's what this lady is saying she had to be somewhere important, and they still don't understand like why the bus driver put it out so early. It's just like it, it's just like all these buses. It's just like some of the bus drivers sometimes they are way late. They just like I understand why they late. Then when the passengers get frustrated, they want to take the frustrates out on passengers. Like it's not that we do. Like can y'all do better? Like y'all y'all could like train y'all bus drivers to be more respectful. Because some of them, every bus I get on is rude. And sometimes when they late, they always want to think we got a problem, but it's not us, it's them. Like, I understand why they be late, they be taking breaks and stuff for a long time. They know what time they're supposed to be leaving the stations and stuff. It's just like, it don't make any sense how these bus drivers like want to take their time and stuff.
Thank you, Mr. May. Would you like to speak to one of our staff about your concern?
Yes.
There really are two of them. One is the escalators, the other is the bus service. Harold Humphrey and Michael Holbrook. Can y'all raise your hand or let me see where you are? You can speak with them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, our next speaker is Coach Norris Johnson. Is Coach Norris here? Very good. Followed by Ernest Mason.
Okay, I stand before you tonight with season's greetings and native Dallas site who is both peacock proud and hyena happy over our year we had in 2018. Special thanks for hands-on leadership at West End to Mr. Thomas, Mr. McKay, Todd Fusco, Chief Spiller, and all his officer staff. Things went very well. Nobody else has bit the dust behind those scooters down there. Next item on the agenda that I'm very grateful to Ms. Blumenthal was item 13, which had to do with a name change from Dallas Area Rapid Transit Bus Service to Dallas Area Rapid Transit Mobility Service. Now y'all tell me that's not 5-star customer friendliness. Anybody who argues with that needs to be an MHMR. Dart stuff the bus. I'm in shock that y'all hired somebody with a $200 Neiman Marcus beard when you got Mr. Wines back there who make the perfect Santa. You show me a kid who snatches his beard off, and I'll show you a kid straight out of hell. Back to business here. Walden Security, special thank you to Chris and Officer Johnson and his staff at 5-star Security here at 1401. A special sick and shut-in wish to our own Chief Ed Addison to recover, and he says he'll be back January 2019. Shoulder rotator cuff surgery. It's just hell getting old, believe me. All right, officers at West End. Officers Wisdom, Wallace, Davis, Quinn, and Mingo and Mays, a new tag team of good officers down there keeping things under control. I do want to commend you all on the new pictures that we're seeing on the dark trains and buses. Those are both incentive builders and camaraderie builders for your employees. These employees need to be incentivized and appreciated more. And on that note, I'm about out of here on one more thing. Let me sure I got a senior moments of hell sometimes. Anyway, thanks a million, season's greetings, and you all take care. Ms. Bowman, thank you for item 13.
Same to you for having a happy holiday.
You also.
Next speaker is Mr. Ernest Mason, followed by Kenny Shelton. Is Mr. Mason here?
I am. I'm coming with my grandma. So
All right, thank you.
No. Thank everyone for your patience.
My grandma was 91. She looked good for 91, though. All right. As you see, my grandma lives right here. You see her, but you don't see my face because I have a mask. But what you also don't see is my invisible disability. See, I have a neurological disability called attention deficit disorder that I recently found out actually through my employment at DART. And because of this disability, sometimes I tend to be distracted. So I have a chain on my wallet because I've lost it so many times that if I don't have a chain on it, I don't know where everything is. I can be talkative, I can be disorganized. That's why I have these slippers on, because I was in such a rush to get my grandma here that I thought my shoes were in the car and I actually left them at the house. But despite the curse, because ADD is a curse, but it's also a blessing. I didn't know much about ADD until I was forced to research it, because like some people, I had to do the research and realize later on in life that this is something I have, because I knew some things were kind of off, but I didn't know what it was. So I went and got testing, and through all of this, I'm blessed in some way because I have good communication skills. I'm outgoing, I'm friendly. I've actually, in my department, I've won some of the most commendations for helping publish. You check the records and see all the comments. In fact, Coach Norris gives me props on how well I've done. I've done a lot, and I'm very intelligent. I'm kind of like above average intelligence, but I do suffer from ADD. Most people don't pick it up unless they're around me for a while. But despite this ADD, I have dreams. That's why I'm at DART. That's why I was at DART. I have dreams because I don't focus on the weaknesses. I focus on the strengths. And through my strengths, I can achieve my dreams. So I have dreamed of working at DART 3 to 5 years to create some financial stability, so then I can go on to promote financial empowerment. So I can go on to promote, the awareness of neurological disorders, because you hear about these things in the news. I have dreams of doing great things for my grandma. But I can't create financial stability if I can't remain at DART. And because of my ADD, I have experienced some conflicts with management. And so I had to reveal, hey, I have ADD, that's why I'm kind of forgetful, so when you write me up because I forgot something, it's not because I'm trying to disobey you and support me. It's because I have a neurological disorder that causes me to forget. And instead of finding sympathy, I really felt like people weren't being sensitive because I'm not in a wheelchair, I'm not blind, because you don't see it, because it's hidden. And just because it's hidden doesn't mean it shouldn't be respected. So I'm being reinstated. Thank God for Mr. Jerry Reynolds, who had the foresight to see, this guy really is a good guy. The evidence here against him, he shouldn't have lost a job. He's one of the best employees in the department as far as helping the public. In fact, I met you a few times, Mr. Thomas, out in the public. I love my job. I love helping people, but I need the accommodations to really help me maximize potential here at DART, because my grandma's 91. I want to be able to help support her and do great things for her. I don't know how many people's grandma's still alive, but I want to do great things for her, and I can do that with the proper accommodation. So I'm just begging that someone help me get accommodation for my visible disability. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Tammy Shelton, followed by Jamie Gray.
I'm new today because I'm asking for more buses for the GO Link at Butler for the Cleveland area. I heard in Plano you have like 8 buses that help them people. We only have 2. Last week I waited over an hour to get to Butler Station, and I lived less than 10 minutes away from it. One reason was because there was a wreck. Okay, I can understand that one, but what about the other reason? Here lately, coming home from Butler, I've had to wait 35 minutes for a bus to just come and pick me up and take me home. And that only started here recently when it got really cold outside. Okay? Here lately, before we got this bus, I used the Flex bus. From my house to where I used to catch the Flex bus every morning was like from that walk to this walk underneath the bridge to catch the bus that I rode for 2 years to get to work. Okay? One of your drivers the other day, it was hot in his bus. I asked him to turn the heat out. He did. No problem. I've been sick lately, Nobody wants to be subject to the heat, to the cold when they're sick with the flu or whatever they got. Okay, the second time, it was more hot. I asked him to turn the heater down. He says, no, I cannot do that. I said, well, can you roll a window down then? I can't breathe. When there's heat, it depletes the oxygen. Okay, so he rolls the window down, cool, everything's fine. Halfway to Buckner, he rolls the window all the way down, turns the heater on. Now, okay, now he says, the very next day, he says, we can't pick you up on this side of the highway anymore. We have to pick you up on the other side. No problem, except for the fact that if I don't walk to the other side of the highway, they will not pick me up. They will just jump on the highway or keep on going. They won't circle the short little walk it takes to come around and pick me up. And I don't even touch base on the other driver who swerves out of the lane, slows down to like 20 to 30 miles an hour because he's scratching himself to death, you know? And I've made complaints about him. You know, why is he still even working for the guard? I hate to be, you know, I don't want to cause anybody to lose their job. But when it's going to come back on me and disrupt my life, and then that driver this morning says, we can't pick you up on this, not this morning, but the other morning, he wouldn't even tell me his name. When he makes a comment like, we already know you know how to turn us in, after the fact that he says we can't pick you up on this side no more, that's harassment. He's only saying that because of me turning him in for the heater. Give me a break. Are we not allowed to feel comfortable on your bus? If we're uncomfortable and can't breathe and it's hot, and then we get subject to the extreme cold, am I wrong for complaining? And I'm sorry I had to come here today. I'm just fed up with it. I wish I could just relocate out of Dallas and be done with dark and be done with everything.
Well, Ms. Shelton, I would like you to talk to Todd Plesko, if you would not mind. He's a staff person here that might be able to address some of your issues. He's right there behind you, Todd Plesko, right here.
Oh, yeah. And then when I filed a complaint on your app, it's telling me to call customer service. Well, your app says it has a place there for complaints. When I call customer service, I don't get no results. They tell me they can look on the app and they file and look for my complaint.
Well, why don't you try talking to Mr. Plesko? He's the vice president and he might be able to help you. Okay? Thank you. Our next speaker is Jamie Gray, followed by go, Mr. Gray. I'm sorry, we all take up your time.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. I'm Jamie Gray. I'm with the North Texas Transit Riders as well as the DSA. So today I just wanted to discuss a problem we have in DFW as a whole, and that's the problem of modal share. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with the concept of modal share. It's basically the percentage of transportation mode that people take to and from work. And it's directly tied to carbon emissions and such due to automobile usage. So if you just Google modal share, I encourage you to look at the Wikipedia page. It's got a chart of, it's a sortable chart, and you can sort by which cities are the top in each category. And Dallas is number 4 in terms of automobile dependence. So we have like 92% automobile usage, and we're only beat by a few other American cities. So I would suggest to the DART board that you guys start looking into modal targets and try to figure out ways to increase the modal share of transportation, which according to the 2011 census, which is definitely, I think, out of date, I don't know, it was at 2%. So 2% of workers got to work through public transit. And that is insufficient. I think we should choose target dates and target modal percentages. Maybe like 30%. That's about as much as New York City does. So yeah, modal share, that would be good. And that's it. So thank you guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Our next speaker, and I'm going to apologize if I mispronounce your name. It's difficult to read it. I'm going to say Kate Volstrom. And I hope I didn't fracture your name too much. I apologize. And then Carrie Yarborough is the next speaker after Ms. Volstrom. Is that correct?
Well, correct.
Thank you.
No, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
It's a tricky last name. I've been to Dallas to get around day to day. Shortly after relocating to Dallas, I realized dependence on DART is not really the done thing, but I think that it starts with riders taking the initiative to make that part of their lives, because I'm very hugely supportive of initiatives to grow public transport, both in terms of route options and ridership, because mass transport is so essential for improving our impact to the environment and resolving congestion in urban spaces. And I love the option of jumping on a train and listening to a podcast versus dealing with traffic. And I wanted to come share my experience because I would love to see DART expand to high volume areas like the Cowboys Stadium or to go see a Rangers game. And I think that would be a great move for citizens and also fans of some of the most exciting things that happen in Dallas. And I hope that as a rider, I can share my experience and just kind of see that the board will listen to the public and make strategic initiatives to really improve the service so that it becomes more accessible to everyone, and everyone can make it, like me, a really important opportunity for their everyday travel. And I'm grateful for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for coming down, appreciate it. Our last speaker for this segment is Carrie Yarborough.
Hello. I'd like to address once again the concerns on the trains, all the security violations. I've been personally assaulted 4 times in the past 2 months on trains or train stations, personally. I can't believe that this many people are getting assaulted this many times on trains and train stations and getting away with it. We don't have more police over there. Like I said many times to this board, every last penny spent on private security guards is a complete total waste of money. We need police officers that are certified police officers in the state of Texas that can actually arrest people, can actually enforce the law, can actually write tickets, and get something done over there. We also need somebody working for DART in the area of government relations to get with Austin with the new legislative session coming up and get every single aspect of the DART Code of Conduct made into a state law so we can have enforcement of it, the penalties stated in the law, and also need federal laws enforced on the trains. There's just people polluting the air inside the train, which is numerous times, which happened again twice in the past month on trains I was in. This type of stuff is going to continue to lead to more and more security violations of the DART Code of Conduct, and nobody at DART seems to care. And it's getting worse and worse, and the crime rate on those DART train stations and transit centers, especially at the West End, that's the #1 crime mecca of Dallas County now, is the West End. Regardless of what anybody else comes up here and says, every time I go to the West End, I see multiple violations of state law, federal law, city ordinances, everything else over there. Take life in your hand and going into the West End and other train stations are about as bad after dark. And on the trains as well, we're getting attacked. There was an actual fight breakup on a train I was on. 2 men went rolling out the door fighting, one of them over issues on the train, and no security, no police, and nobody anywhere. We need to get this under control. Your ridership's not going to go up at all. It's not going to safe on those trains. We need police officers on those trains and on those train stations. We need them around the transit centers. And we need the transit centers to be open in the wintertime when they're closed up and locked up. What there's to do to pay all that money for a transit center is freezing cold outside. And I'm sitting out there 30 minutes in the cold, can't even get in to use the restroom. I have to use the restroom on the ground outside the door because I can't get inside to use the restroom. It's all locked up. It's not funny at 9 o'clock at night. And I'm there till 10 o'clock waiting for a bus to get there. I'm there in an hour sitting outside in freezing cold weather. I'm getting sick, and it's been 4 days at home, sick, taking medication. It's ridiculous. We pay hard-earned money for tax money to get those train stations built. When they're built to have restrooms, and every last one of those train stations needs a restroom where somebody can use the restroom over there. That's the least we can do. And they're already there, most of them. They should lock them up at a certain time of day, 3 or 4 hours before the time for the buses and trains to stop running. That's unacceptable.
Mr. Yarborough, would you like to speak to Lieutenant Lindsay about some of your security issues?
Who's that?
Lieutenant Lindsay of the North
Okay.
Police right there?
Sure.
All right, thank you. That is our last speaker for this portion. We'll go back to the regular agenda, but I'd like Ms. Scheck to come up and give the CAC report.
Hello, I regret I was unable to attend that November meeting because of a schedule conflict that I had. But Charles Charles Gillette, our vice chairperson, very capably conducted the meeting in my absence. Our speaker in November was Kay Shelton. She's the Dart Well Planning Manager, Project Manager, who updated the committee about progress along the Commonwealth Regional Rail Corridor. Ms. Shelton began the presentation by stating that the service plan amendment was approved by you, the board, in August, and the record of decision was signed by the FTA and FAA on November 9th. She reviewed the overall project parameters, including the alignment, grade separations, stations, facilities, ridership, and project schedule. She also discussed grade separations that have been added at Josie Lane, Hillcrest Avenue, and Jupiter Roads. Other items of interest given to us about the Commonwealth are the ridership is estimated to be about 11,000 daily. 10 transit stations are planned along the route. The equipment maintenance facility will be co-located with the TRE Irving Yard using Medill subdivision at that site. A number of large walls will be erected. $30 million of betterments have been approved, and displacements are not anticipated to be very many. In addition to discussing the Commonwealth, Ms. Shelton mentioned several initiatives, including the 2045 Transit Plan and D-Link service projects. She ended her presentation by answering questions from the committee. CAC members concluded the meeting after old and new business matters were introduced. Before I leave the podium, I would like to repeat our invitation to you to attend our annual CAC holiday celebration. It will be at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, December 18th. Thank you for the opportunity once again to share our report with you, and as always, we welcome your attendance at our meetings on the third Thursday of each month, starting again in January. Thank you.
Ms. Scheck, appreciate it. We'll now go to our consent agenda, and item number 6, Mr. Wakeman.
Yes, Madam Chair, I'd like to move that for individual consideration.
Okay. With board approval, we will take items number 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 on the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please vote. We will now take item number 6.
Madam Chair, I'm going to recuse myself from this item. One of the parties receiving this contract is Allied World Insurance Company, which is a client of my law firm. We do not represent them on this matter, nor do I represent them in any capacity, but out of abundance of caution, I'm going to recuse myself.
Okay. That item then would be Ms. Walker.
Thank you, Chair. Item 6, for the approval of own control insurance program OSIP for capital construction projects came through the Capital Construction Oversight Committee with unanimous recommendation for approval.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote on item number 6. Excuse me, the motion passes. Item number 15 is what I think the audience is here to hear, if I'm not incorrect. And that item is Ms. Wollcraft.
Item number 15 is a contract award for design build services for the Cottonmouth regional rail project. It's a same item vote, and it came through the capital construction oversight with unanimous recommendation for approval.
Do I have it, is that a motion?
It is a motion.
Second. We have several seconds, all right, thank you. Everyone please vote. We have a unanimous vote yes on item number 15. Item number 16. That again is Ms. Wong-Krell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 16 is a contract award for program manager, owner representative for the Cottonville Corridor Regional Rail Project. This came through the Capital Construction Oversight Committee with a unanimous recommendation for approval, and I so move for such approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, please vote. My mistake, we did not vote on 14, and that would be Mayor Stouffer. Number 14, Mayor.
Thank you. Item number 14 is a contract for employee assistance programs from E4. This came through the admin committee with a couple of changes where we have agreed to have a base 5-year contract, and the total amount of that contract is $519,161, and I move its approval.
Is there a second? Marino, second. Please vote. The item passes unanimously. Just for the record, I didn't announce it. Item number 16 passed also unanimously. Item number 17 is Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item number 17 is a call for public hearing to eliminate the current D-Link service and replace with some form of mobility on-demand service to be determined along with fare. This is the same night action item that passed through Operations Safety and Security Committee as well as Committee of the Whole, and move for approval.
Second. Second. Mr. Kelly, please vote. The motion passes unanimously. We now will go back to our final item, which is our public comments after the business of the evening has been done. And our speaker is Ms. Sherilyn Samuel.
Good afternoon. I'm here because I am an activist, and my activism also was a part of the movement at my time at Georgia, exposing the injustice within the company. But a while back, I came to Gary and told him about the Southwest Cliff Division sitting on the landfill. He understood that it was a landfill with just rocks and branches and trees. But that's not true. That was actually a landfill. Several people that work out of South Cliff location has lost their lives from stomach cancer and all these different things. If you've been watching the news lately, it's talk about a plant that's been poisoning the water. And that is in the area of the South Cliff area, where I am aboard with the DSA, and these are outstanding young people. They remind me of the group that hung out with Dr. Barnes. They are very, very excited about taking care of injustice and all the bad things that people that wants to be rich that capitalize on the poor. Also, I will be at City Council, Dallas City Council meeting on tomorrow for the injustice. They're trying to do to a community that the houses are $45,000. They want to bring in $200,000 payment loans. That way, senior citizens can't afford to pay the taxes anymore. That way, the people that live in that community now, they capitalize on buying the property cheap, but the rent gonna be real high. That's my life. That's my calling, to work and fight for those that can't fight for themselves. And I'm sorry that a lot of people get offended, but justice is one thing that God requires of us all. And these things that are going on shouldn't have to be. There's too much money in this world that can take care of these things that's going on. So I brought this back to you here so that you can go yourself and have that taken care of, tested, because we will be tested. Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel. That is our last speaker of the evening. Before we adjourn, I wish you all a happy and safe holiday. And as of 7.
Madam Chair, we still have a CAC report.
They use it.
Well, it is. Sorry.
We'll get you a copy. Anyway, we will adjourn at 7:08 p.m. and then have a great holiday.